Joining us for NBA action. The Blazers moving on. Shams from Damian Lillard, arguably the best player in franchise history. What do you think, though, about the haul they got from that deal with Milwaukee?
It was essentially two trades. One, moving Damian Lillard to Milwaukee, and then part of that package was Drew Holiday they sent to Boston. So in total, 3 first-round picks, 2 swaps, some big young players in DeAndre Ayton. The Portland front office believes that they are building for the future, and with these draft picks, with the swaps, and DeAndre Ayton, they feel like they have the makings of some talent to move forward.
Young team, nice team with a lot of room to grow. Good point. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, they've got Lauri Markkanen, and it's Montgomery in at the point. The first free throw is good. And he makes the first but misses the second. And it's Henderson with the ball for Portland. This is their first chance to take a look at the Jazz this season.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Oh, gritty play by Sharp inside. Defense puts contact on the rookie, and he still gets it to fall.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Chauncey Billups and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He talked about the challenges that come with playing against Lauri Markkanen. Coach said you have to know where Lauri is at all times because he's so effective playing off the ball. He's a knockdown shooter and a smart cutter, and he moves extremely well for his size. This team's got a lot of respect for the mobile 7-footer. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Sharp. Shot clock at 6. They set the pick. Fires for 3. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Hey, Shams, I know you cover the league like no one else, but I've seen your jump shot. You have a sweet J. You must have played organized ball, I'm assuming.
I played a little bit in high school, Kevin, but once I got cut in high school, that's when I knew my career path would have to trend into what I'm doing now, into writing, covering the NBA. But listen, I have a lot of confidence in my jump shot, watching players like Steph Curry shoot the basketball. I'm not trying to give any comparisons, but I do love to shoot the ball. That is the one thing I know I can do decently on the field.
I know. I love your answer.
Not much else, but I can shoot.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And with a percentage of 82, he's been one of their more dependable shooters from the line.
Avdia, no good on the free throw. All sorts of time, and he drops that one in.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Here's Henderson. Rebound, Utah. Montgomery. Henderson defending. Kessler the screen. Montgomery the pass to Montgomery. Cranes the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Henderson. That's great. 27 points last game.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Montgomery. Henderson defending. Kessler trying to get open. Offensive rebound. Good D by Williams.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Sharp goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Shams, you've been around the NBA for a long time now. Which players do you enjoy watching the most?
Greatness, especially the guys that are regarded among the greatest of all time, like LeBron James, like Stephen Curry, like Kevin Durant. You have to throw those in there. But this is a new era, a new crop. The Jason Tatum's, Jaylen Brown's, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Have to throw Luka Doncic in there. You have Donovan Mitchell, you have Paolo Banchero, you have Tyrese Halliburton, you have Joel Embiid, you have Tyrese Maxey, Jimmy Butler, you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Devin Booker, Zion Williamson, Anthony Davis, De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama. So let's not have anyone here left out.
All right. They're all fun to watch.
Everybody get back. Bring the move. You gotta dance like everybody's watching.
Now the 2K leaderboard, a list of the teams that have rebounded the ball tremendously over the last 10 games. The Trailblazers in second. The fourth spot held by the Jazz.
Yeah, both squads just rebounding the ball so well here of late. I mean, this is going to be a very interesting matchup from a physical standpoint.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Kessler against Williams. And it's sent back by Kessler.
Oh, big Walker Kessler. That is how you use your size.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Here's Henderson. Still yet to score. 5 to shoot. There's a screen. Portland needs to get off a shot. It's good.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Jazz have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Shams, we know you grew up in Chicago. I'm assuming you grew up a Bulls fan. Who didn't? And you had to have a favorite player growing up with those terrific teams.
I was a big-time fan of hoops in general. Definitely someone for me was Kobe Bryant. That's someone, wasn't a Bulls player. We almost got him one year, but that was someone I grew up watching. Kevin, did you have a favorite team or player growing up?
Well, I love Kobe. I called every season of LeBron and every season of Kobe Bryant. And Bryant actually did stuff for 2K. As you know, not too long ago, before his passing, he sat down for a couple hours, but I hate to rank them because Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron are all right there at the very, very top. Hard to beat Jordan, right?
Very hard to beat Jordan. Obviously, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Kobe, for me, watching growing up, that was the closest thing that I had.
The rebound by Sharp. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Outside, Avdia. They set the pick. The 3. Rebounded by the Jazz.
Boy, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Montgomery. Defended by Avdia. Picked by Markkanen. Just 5 to shoot. Rebounded by Kamare.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in. Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Checked in for Portland. Collins checked in for Utah. Well, we can all agree nothing better than the atmosphere of an NBA game. So, Shams, I know it's hard to pick one, but is there a best crowd, a best atmosphere in the NBA that you've come across that you really appreciate?
The Warriors fans, I feel, even at their peak, they bring a different level of aura, of enthusiasm. Kevin, you've been to more arenas than I have in more celebrated times as well at different points. What's your favorite, what's your best NBA arena atmosphere?
When that New York crowd is popping, that arena is second to none, man. It is sizzle. Like you, I love knowledgeable fans, right? They know the calls, they know the officials, they know the strategies, they know what a player can and cannot do. That, to me, is the best part about going in some of these arenas and feeling that the players, have made it to a point where the fans know exactly what they can and cannot do. Knowledgeable fans.
I'll take your word for it, but that just means I have to get out to a Knicks game ASAP.
Now, here's Sharp. He's got 6. He's looking for Williams and finds him.
Well, this is where Williams gets most of his points. Rolling off the screen, ready to catch and finish.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Montgomery. And it's Portland with the rebound. Anderson looking it over. Down low. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, the 7-footer Ayton, when he's this close to the basket, he's looking for the jam.
Montgomery, the pass to Kessler. Montgomery, defended by Sharp. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Deni Avdija. Getting around 12 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
Yeah, and make no mistake, we're watching a special guy here, and his numbers only tell a fraction of the story.
And he makes the first. Hey, Shams, we know you've reported on so many big trades that did happen. Were there ever a few that were close to happening but may have fallen apart at the 11th hour?
I always wait until things are 100% confirmed, but listen, there's always a trade or two that's viewed as done, but just does not happen, whether it sours, whether something falls apart. There's always one deal or two that falls apart at the trade deadline or in the offseason. But I try to wait as best I can and make sure that when I report, it is confirmed.
Outstanding. Montgomery. Henderson defending. Montgomery, the pass to Montgomery. Kessler, screen on Simon. To the inside. Second shot opportunity. And the layup good by Kessler.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Back to Simons. Simons with the screen for Ayton. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Montgomery. Henderson defending.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
To the middle. Here's Ayton. And it's sent back by Kessler. And he gets it back. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. That evens the score. He has 6.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, Anthony Simons came into the NBA at age 19. He's paid his dues, working his way up from the end of the bench to a starring role. Coach Chauncey Billups says he just believes he's one of the best players in the NBA. And confidence is a big thing. Well, Kevin, he certainly earned it. Back to you.
I would totally agree with you, D.A. Thank you so much. Collins passes to Montgomery. Jazz passing it around. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And so Henderson will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Man, that game goes down to the wire. Both teams exhausted, but only one has something left for the encore.
Yeah, this is the kind of game you come away thinking coulda, woulda, shoulda. Sometimes it just doesn't go your way.
And with the new broadcasting deals, NBA salaries figuring Shams to skyrocket.
And we're not even just talking about the players, Kevin. It's the coaches. It's the front office executives. Everyone is seeing some massive, massive paydays. Every single year we're seeing the biggest contract in league history, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger in years to come.
Are you surprised at the size of some of these coaching deals? I mean, the numbers are amazing to me.
Coaching, these front office deals, it's getting higher and higher, and once Monty Williams signed the deal he did in 2023, that only elevated the market for coaches, and front office executives also are getting big paychecks.
First personal foul, second team foul.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Portland.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
That free throw, good from Avdia. So for the Trailblazers, Kamar is checked in, and it's Jeremy Grant in for Scoot Henderson. Both free throws good from Avdia. So it's the Jazz now, trailing by 5. Avdia against Sexton. Nobody near George. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
And developing that three-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
Pass to Ayton. Ayton a screen on George. back to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Jazz trail by 4. George with the ball. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Collins, a screen on Simon. Here's George. And he drops it in from the low post. George has got his second basket of the night.
What a finish inside from George, showing he can handle physical defense.
Avdia with a screen for Simon. His 3-pointers off the mark. Utah has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And George kicks to Sexton. Inside. Here's Filipowski. And Utah again with the bucket.
Nice pass inside, making things easy for him now.
The 11-footer. And it's Simon's missing.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look, just couldn't finish.
Here's Montgomery, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Jazz lead by 2. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at the Jazz performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
And things can get so intense when NBA rumors start flying, Shams. You know that. The teams are just kind of holding on sometimes for dear life. What is it like when you break a major NBA story like you've done numerous times?
It's like when your heart skips a beat, Kevin. It's like when you feel like you are in such a rush and there's a surge of excitement that hits every particle of your body. Every profession obviously has a big payoff, but everything happens so fast. But when it happens, it makes all the hard work worth it, but it certainly brings a great feeling, and I definitely get goosebumps to this day.
You get goosebumps, but the hard work you put in to get that story, I know what you guys go through. It is amazing the hours you spend on it.
365, 24/7.
You've got Anthony Simon. Andre Ayton out there with Jeremy Grant. And it's Kamare in at the 4 spot. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with.
Some guts. Simon's finishing with strength.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Here's Sexton. Rebounded by Kamare.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Banton. Defended by Sexton. Simons against George. From past the arc. They get it back. Ayton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, we'd all like to see more of that from Ayton. Using that big frame to get himself an opportunity at the line.
First trip to the line for him here. The first one falls.
Well, look, he's a double-double machine. DeAndre Ayton gives this team something every team needs. Size.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for Delano Banton. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for the Jazz. That one misses.
And you just have to be enticed by the skill set of a 7'1" behemoth who plays with a lot of physicality and skill on both ends.
Portland leading. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Simons, the pass to Thibault. Back to Simons. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. 6 points for Anfernee Simons.
What a good finish inside. Simons is such a talented scorer who gets it done in a variety of ways.
Here's Montgomery. Rebounded by DeAndre. Ayton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Grant. And it's good for 2. Grant's got 5 now.
Well, a little aggressiveness pays off for Grant inside. And as a coach, you love to see that effort.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier concepts to the competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
Well, you look at Sharp. His athleticism is off the charts, and it doesn't go unnoticed, as you can see by how high he is in the dunk contest voting.
Yeah, no, the fans want him. I think the media wants him. Heck, he wants to be in, so I'm glad that he's in a position to take part.
So there you go, and as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
Jazz trail by 6. Outside, Sexton. Pass to George. On the wing, Markkanen. It's up a 3. The shot by George, no good. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 6 in the field here in the second. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Clock at 6. Here's Simons. And he banks in the layup. Simons has got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers. For Utah, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. There's a screen by Collins. Here's Montgomery. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Portland leading by 8. Here's Simons. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The Jazz shooting 43% from the field. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. He's got 14.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Grant, that's good.
Yeah,
They're going to have a nice little run here.
And so George will bring it up for Utah. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Markkanen passes to Montgomery. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And Simons has it in the corner. Up and in on the lane. And now a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Jazz making a change here. Why don't we go to the 2K leaderboard? Over the past month, these teams have been playing a very entertaining brand of basketball. In third, the Jazz.
I mean, it's about the pace they've played with here offensively. They don't look like they're showing any signs of slowing down.
Here's Markkanen. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Montgomery defended by Avdia. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Montgomery.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Here's Simons. And the slam dunk by Simons.
Man, once Simons found his rhythm, he's been nonstop.
Utah shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. It's tipped. Here's Grant. He's got 7. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. In the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. Just 5 on the clock. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Montgomery.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
For Portland, they've gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The shot will not fall. Avdia with the defensive effort. Pass to Simons. Williams sets a screen for Simons. From outside the arc. They get it again. Ayton in the corner. Grant in the post. Working on Collins. Second chance shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Collins.
And when Grant gets to the rim like that, you can't help but foul him.
The Trailblazers have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight.
2 shots.
And that one misses.
Well, with a guy like Grant, you know he's going to find ways to contribute across the board.
A different look now for Portland. Kamar is checked in, and Shaedon Sharpe subbed in for Avdija. And Utah with a change here, too. Sexton's checked in, and he sinks the second. So the Jazz, their last game, a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Montgomery, the pass to Markkanen. Montgomery. Henderson defending. Markkanen, a screen on Henderson. Outside, Markkanen. And it falls over the rim and in. Markkanen's got his second bucket of the night.
Just a great setup for Markkanen. All he needed to do was shoot in rhythm.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Avdija is checked in.
Now the lineup for your Trailblazer. Number 8, Deni Avdija.
Portland moving the ball around. Henderson outside. Williams sets a screen for Henderson. Driving inside. Banked in off the glass. Henderson's got 8 points.
On the drive, Henderson relies on his agility to slip past contact.
Montgomery, the pass to Markkanen. Doesn't go for him. Avdija with the defensive effort.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Sharpe on the wing. Defended by Sexton. And it's Sharpe missing.
Oh, you got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
And finished off by Collins.
Using his size inside. Collins refusing to settle for the layup and elects the dunk instead.
And then Sharpe with the dunk.
Out of this world. Sharpe is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever. Able to do things most others can't.
Back to Sexton. It's good he scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
You know, not bashful about positioning himself inside. Sexton knows he has what it takes to score from there.
Pass to Sharp. Williams sets a screen for Sharp. Driving in, and then Sharp with the dunk.
And not just an athlete. Sharp is very crafty with the ball in his hand.
Montgomery, the pass to Sexton. To the paint. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Deni Avdija picks one up.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Shooting for Utah, Montgomery at the line for one.
And here's Henderson. He's got 8. Pass to Sharp. Henderson outside. Beyond the arc. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
It's first triple of the second quarter, 3rd of the game.
Montgomery. Henderson defending. 1:27 left to play in the first half.
And hard work on the glass once again, guys. And they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. And what a treat it was to have Shams stop by. He's definitely become part of the fabric of the NBA.
Yeah, and I'll say this. You won't need a harder worker in terms of NBA coverage. Shams has amazing dedication to his craft.
Portland leading by 10. Here's Henderson. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Utah has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. The 19-foot shot drained for 2 points. 12 points for him. 30 seconds left here in the second. Outside, Avdija. Back to Henderson. Down low. And then Sharp with the dunk.
And an exciting player coming into his own. We're seeing all of what Sharp has in this one.
Montgomery defended by Sharp. Here's Montgomery. Takes it off the glass.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Run by. They're measuring up the shot. Let's hear it for the participants.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings.
You take a look at Portland, they haven't looked intimidating thus far. The hunger to improve just isn't there. That worries you. I'm starting to feel that this team needs a culture change.
All right, looking back now at that first half we just saw, some obstacles to overcome for the Utah Jazz?
To me, it starts with their effort. They have to become more active defensively to prevent easy look shot.
Yeah, the only way to slow down a team with good scores is to disrupt their rhythm. Otherwise, you can fire up that barbecue.
Man, that was 1987 all over again.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. So on the floor for Utah, they've got Walker Kessler, and it's Markkanen in at the 3. Now here's Henderson, not a lot of room. Here's Sharp, and he uses the glass on the layup. Sharp's got the lead up to 10 now for Portland. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players, and it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Henderson kicks to Avdia. Pass to Williams.
Utah foul. Montgomery. Second personal foul. First team foul.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Williams, a screen on Markkanen. Here's Avdia. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
Shooting 1.
That free throw, good from Avdia. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Montgomery, Henderson defending. Here's Montgomery, fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
First team foul.
Well, Stan, after 11 seasons with this Blazer organization, Damian Lillard traded away in 2023. What a run he had for Portland.
Incredible, Kevin. Not only in terms of his scoring and his individual honors, but the success he brought to the team. While they didn't get over the top and get to the finals, they were a consistent winner. If you were a fan in Portland, you had a good team to come and watch for all of those years.
On the free throw, no good. And for the Jazz, the last few seasons, Coach, have been a period of rebuilding.
Yeah, it has, Kevin. You know they acquired a lot of draft capital when they traded Gobert and Mitchell, and they've since drafted a lot of young talent and still have plenty of picks to work with.
Markkanen passes to Montgomery. Back to Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
So good to see Markkanen using force on his finish.
Trailblazers leading by 9. Pass to Kamare. Sharp with it. Fires from 18. Markkanen pulls it in.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Montgomery, the pass to Montgomery. The hook. The Trailblazers pull it in. Sharp's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Avdia dishes to Henderson. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
And the first one drops.
Well, Scoot has all the physical attributes. He has the fearless mentality. But like most young players, he just needs some time to develop and adapt to the NBA game.
Both free throws good from Henderson. Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebounding.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you better be ready to put a body on somebody.
Montgomery. Henderson defending. 4 on the clock. Here's Montgomery. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And that's a good example of Henderson's strength and determination.
Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from the wing. Portland grabs the miss. Avdia's got 5 rebounds tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Jazz trail by 14. Montgomery, the pass to Montgomery. Shoots over Henderson. Takes the 12-footer and hits. He has 6.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
Pass to Sharp. Here's Kamara. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Sharp on the wing. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Sharp's got the lead up to 14 now for the Trailblazers. Montgomery, the pass to Montgomery. Castleworth, screen on Henderson. Here's Montgomery, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Scoot Henderson.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Portland.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
And we also got to talk about the damage they've done inside. The opposition having a hard time keeping that ball out of the paint.
First free throw is good. It didn't take long for the Blazers to find Damian Lillard's heir apparent, did it, Greg?
Yeah, they drafted Scoot Henderson with the 3rd overall pick in 2023. Took him a little time to get his sea legs, but his talent is undeniable.
So we get them both. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
for Markkanen. He's been in good form here the last few weeks. He's getting around 16 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
Now, here's Sharp. He's guarded closely. Shoots the 3. Down and drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Outside, Markkanen. Kessler the screen. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Pass to Kamare. Here's Sharp. At the top of the key, Henderson. Williams sets a screen for Avdia. Kessler with the rebound. And so Markkanen will bring it up for Utah. It's a 13-point game. Montgomery. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Good on the bucket. Sharp's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Henderson. And a switcher also for Utah. Collins is checked in. Montgomery covered by Simons. Going inside, and count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
For Utah, they have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts.
Shooting for Utah, Montgomery at the line for 1.
We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here. Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah, my wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. Back to Simons. Pass to Sharp. Plays it up and banks it in. 23 points for Shaedon Sharpe.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Here's the lob to the hoop. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Ayton sets the pick for Sharpe. The kick out to Williams. 6 to shoot. Pass to Ayton. Launches it. Utah with the rebound. Takes the 3. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Inside. And Ayton throws it down.
Dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
Montgomery, defended by Sharpe, off on the layup. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. The free throw drops for Sharpe. We've seen some flashes, Coach, from Shaedon Sharpe in his career. He can get hot in a hurry.
Well, look, Kevin, he is a great athlete, and when his shot starts to fall consistently, he can be electric. Right now, he's putting it together little by little. He's just got to continue to improve.
Here's Sharpe. 25 points in the game. Here's Simons. It's deflected. Montgomery, defended by Sharpe. Montgomery, the pass to Montgomery. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And that one misses. You know, Stan, the Blazers started the rebuild process with the big Dame Lillard trade to Milwaukee.
Kevin, it takes guts for a GM to make a move like that, and it didn't go well early on. But they've got to trust the process and stick with the plan that they made.
And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Sacramento Kings. And then on Thursday, they'll be tipping off a homestand, starting with the Memphis Grizzlies. He's off on the first. Delano Banton's checked in for the Trailblazers. And the second free throw, good. Portland leading by 9. Takes a step back. Goes up to the stripe, and it's good. 2 points. Simons has got 14.
Wow, fancy stuff from Anthony Simons.
And George, here we go. And he makes that one.
Yeah, that's what they want to see. He has to start asserting himself. They need him to take command of this game.
Grant outside. Simons with the screen for Grant. Shoots from 14. The kick out to Simons. A second chance effort. And the layup is up and in. He's got 16.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Collins against Ayton. Here's the hook. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Manton, the pass to Ayton. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
George looking around. Montgomery, he's covered by Grant. Montgomery, the pass to Montgomery. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Grant. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Back to Simons. Pass to Grant. To the middle. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 10 rebounds.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Nice ball movement by Utah. Montgomery guarded by Walker. Walker with some nice D. Trailblazers leading by 15. Outside, Simons. The 3. And it's Utah with the rebound. Collins has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Montgomery guarded by Walker. There's a screen by Collins. Over Ayton. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Shaedon Sharpe making highlights for the Portland Trailblazers. He's at the quarter-century mark. 25 points for him in this game as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Anthony Simons. Then there's Jabari Walker. Then there's Grant, and it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Montgomery, he's covered by Grant. Here's Montgomery, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
Can you even believe this is the same guy? What a difference here in the second half.
Walker is screen on George. Simons finds Grant. with some arc. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Trailblazers leading by 13. Now Thibault. Walker is screen on George. Simons from outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Simons has got 19 points.
Yeah, and Simons takes a lot of threes because he's confident in how dangerous he can be from there.
Pass to Collins. Now Sexton. Lets it go with a three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Ayton's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Thibault with the ball. Ayton kicks to Thibault. Ayton a screen on George. Simons from outside. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. Markkanen's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the inside, Montgomery. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. And when this game is done with, they'll be off to Los Angeles taking on the Lakers. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Sexton the pass to Montgomery. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 14. Grant surveying the D. Here's Simons. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Simons has got 9 points now in just the second half. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away.
It's dance time for them. Here are your Blazer dancers.
Diaz checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And Utah also making a switch. Walker Kessler, he's checked in for John Collins. Sexton finds Kessler. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Montgomery. Drops in the tray. He's got 19.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
George against Simons. Over George. A nice shot by Simons. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Outside, Sexton. George sets a screen for Sexton. On the 3 off target.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Walker against George. Pass to Grant. And Simons wide open. He'll fire. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Grant's got 4 assists in the game. Outside, Markkanen. Back to George. Outside, Markkanen. 5 on the clock. Sexton against Grant. And Sexton is good for 3.
Solid from deep. Sexton is a guy you want taking those.
Outside, Walker. Pass to Grant. Outside, Simons. Fades and shoots. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Montgomery. He's covered by Grant. To the middle. And Kessler throws it down.
Great roll by Kessler after setting the screen. That's textbook.
Walker is screen on George. Simons with the ball. Now defended by Markkanen. Avdia against George. Inside. Outside for Sexton. And Utah another 3.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Avdia against Sexton. Left side, Avdia. Ayton in the corner. Buries it from 3-point range. And the Trailblazers lead by 13.
Well, there's the skill of Ayton. Nailing the jump shot with confidence.
The 3 from George. Portland grabs the miss. Tucker's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Simons kicks to Avdia. Ayton inside. He's covered by Kessler. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, he has so much size. Ayton forcing the defense to collapse on him and gets to the line.
That free throw, no good. Loads of expectations come with going number 1 overall, Stan. We all know that. Just ask DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, Kevin, I think he's become one of the more underrated players in this league. He was the top pick in 2018. People will always measure him against that standard. But look, he's averaged a double-double every season in the league. It's not easy to be that consistent.
He hits the second from the line. Jazz trail by 14. Montgomery, the pass to Montgomery. Down low. Rebounded by Kamare. Kamare's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Back to Sharp. Pass to Henderson. Portland moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. High arcing shot. He can't get that one. Utah's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Montgomery defended by Sharp. Knocks it loose. And here's the break. Bucket is good. And that's now 27 points for Shaedon Sharp.
Few defenders can keep up with Sharp in the open floor.
This guy is electric.
Outside, Markkanen. To the paint. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. Takes it inside. Pass to Henderson. Here's the three. That's tipped. Montgomery. Henderson defending. Here's Montgomery. And that one is hammered home.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive stop.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Pass to Ayton. Outside, Avdia. And here's Sharp. Pocket 6. Oh, good on the triple. Montgomery, the pass to Markkanen. Wide open look. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 23 points in the game.
Yeah, really nice to see Markkanen keeping his head up and finding the open team.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now.
All right, fans, it's dance time. Get ready to dance like everybody's watching.
Trailblazers making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Guys, during that last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups talk to his team. And he was real calm during the timeout. He was smiling when he told the team, we're up. Game plan is working. Go out there and have fun. It's always fun when you're up late. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. And the Trailblazers with possession here. They led by as many as 18 points. Pass to Kamare. Now here's Williams. Oh, and here comes Markkanen all alone. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And they hit it back. Rebound by Williams. Williams with the block.
Yeah, Williams gets at least one swat a game. He's got great anticipation.
Shooting for Utah, Montgomery at the line for two.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. Now here's Henderson. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Fires the three. The shot comes out. On offense, here are the Jazz. They're on a 14-6 run. There's the drive, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Montgomery. Sharp with it. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Sharp's got 29 in the game.
Oh, nice job executing inside. Sharp's confidence is what makes him such a dangerous player.
Here's Montgomery, and the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Trailblazers leading by 8. And here's Henderson. Outside, Avdia. Over in the corner, Williams. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Clock is at 3. Here's Avdia. And the shot falls short this time. Utah's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Montgomery, the pass to Montgomery. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Fires from deep. Markkanen in the corner. Fires the 3. Rebound by Williams. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Yeah, certainly. If they just play smart, this game's over.
Got a piece of it.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
Three-pointer, Markkanen, and it's Portland with the rebound. And so it's Portland winning this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester. And that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Shaedon Sharpe.